Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks Futures and Forex Market preview for the week beginning Sunday the 2nd of October, ending Friday the 7th. We are into the fourth quarter of 2022. Can you even believe that? Wow, it's unbelievable. At any rate, we are now focused on the back end of the year. October is usually a great month, but September usually is too, and I wouldn't say... Yeah, September had its moments, but there were some dull days for sure. And with everything going on in the world, that's kind of interesting. There were also a lot of days where the big action was really the gap, and that's unfortunate. That doesn't really help us. So let's go through everything here. Here's the dollar index daily chart. It ran up and came back for the week, and still hanging very near the highs, of course. The euro dollar, opposite of the dollar index at new lows, and then came back. Pound dollar, new lows last week basically, and then came back up a bit this week. Aussie dollar, new lows. Euro yen closes, not much there. Pound yen rallied decent amount this week. So that's it. If we look at the intra-week action 30-minute candles, so you can see the whole week. Here's the pound dollar. You know, again, even this not so exciting. A dip on Monday, high to low for the week. Looks like a lot, 800 pips. It's actually pretty good, but most of it's Monday, right? And then a little bit on Thursday. Other than that, Tuesday, Wednesday were dead, and Friday was also uneventful. So it is what it is. All right. So then, if we go look at the stock market, there's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. New closing lows for the year. So it's kind of been on a decline since August. Remember, we a lot of times see the big collapses occur in October. So if it definitely set up for the possibility of one here. S&P cash lost 54.85 on Friday. NASDAQ 100 was down 193.56, also at new lows. The SOX down 40.67. Also at new lows. The biotech's down 8.57, not too bad, not at lows. Russell 2000 down just 10 points, hanging near lows but didn't crack them. Crude oil back down under 80. So oil's not the problem, but you got what should be a slowing economy, even though the job growth is kind of ridiculous. Gold down 30 cents. You got the advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ negative 604, sorry. On Friday, it was worse by a lot on Thursday, but then Wednesday was super positive, so it's back and forth to wrap the quarter. Remember, that was quarter-ending statement printing on Friday. On the New York, negative 408. And you can see also the 10-day moving average of the advanced decline ratios is what? Pretty negative there, right? NASDAQ volume 4.6 billion shares on Friday. It kind of hovered around that range all week. Which is not great volume. Of course, we had the hurricane also hit this week, which is even more stuff to keep us distracted from the market right now. VIX down 22 cents at 31.62. Trend closes at 1.02. 03. 10-day moving average is 1.27. That's not really a signal. Apple down $4.28. That's 12 down on the seeker count on Apple, so one more day down will get us a 13 buy signal in theory there. Amazon down $1.80. Meta down 73 cents. Google loses $1.77. Goldman Sachs down $3.06. Netflix down $4.27. We've got Peloton down 12 cents. And TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.34. Tesla down $2.96. Got Zoom down 88 cents, not a big deal, but new lows again. Peloton just really $6.93. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. VXX up 59 cents. That's the tradable VIX. Nvidia down 81 cents, swept the lows. Bitcoin sitting just above 19,000 as I do this. Obviously, it runs all weekend. The Dow was down 500 points on Friday. All right, let's look at the intra-week action. So you got 10-minute candles. And again, not that exciting as much as you would think, right? There's the prior Friday on the far left, opened flat, kind of went up Monday, came back down, tested Friday's lows, bounced a little and closed on the Friday's lows again. Tuesday, gap up, fill it, tried to go lower, came back and closed basically where it closed the day before. Wednesday, a flat opening, tried to rally, and then gap down on Thursday. That was the big day down, but it was, if you look at it, really, what did we do? Half of the move was a gap, and then it was only the first 20 minutes or so, and meanwhile, we just get back to Tuesday's lows. And then Friday, a small gap down, filled it, and kind of did so off late in the day. So everybody talks about negative week, but if you're looking at the ES here, I mean, for the week, you're barely down 100 points. It's not that big of a deal compared to some of the stuff we've already seen. NASDAQ 100, maybe a little more negative, but even then, kind of a narrow range. Wasn't that exciting as they printed the statements. So it is what it is. We shall see what we get in the now that we're in the last quarter. So let's talk a little bit about the schedule here. Normal week this week. The following Monday, the 10th, is Columbus Day. It's a bank holiday. So banks are closed, but the markets are open, but that usually makes for a slow day. Options expiration will be the 21st. Remember, some of the biggest crashes in history occur the weekend of options expiration in October. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then we don't have another holiday until Thanksgiving at the end of November. So again, this is usually a great time of year for trading. Just need to see what comes out of it. In terms of U.S. economic data coming out, Monday we've got the final manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing PMI, construction spending, that type of thing. Rate announcement out of Australia going into Tuesday. Fed members speaking all over the place. JOLTS job openings Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Factory orders at the same time. More Fed members speaking. We get into Wednesday. We've got all the final services PMI numbers from around the globe. And then big one here in the U.S. and in Canada, the trade balance number. That's one of our big three each month. So we'll be half size ahead of that for Forex. Final services PMI, ISM services PMI, crude oil inventories at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Bank holiday in China, the rest of the week basically. And then when we look at Thursday, Challenger job cuts at 7:30 a.m. Initial and continuing jobless claims numbers at 8:30 on Thursday. Natty gas at 10:30. And more Fed members speaking, why not? And then on Friday, not really anything except for, oh, look at that. The unemployment rate, the big one. So another one of our big three will be out on Friday at 8:30 a.m. with the final wholesale inventories at 10 and consumer credit at 3 in the afternoon. And we still got another 2 weeks before we really get into the heart of earnings season, but it is coming. Don't fool yourself. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We'll help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.